Welcome to the La Finca Coffee and Bakery podcast, where coffee beans and connections are brewed to perfection. Leading the way is our owner, founder, and CEO of the baristas, Lee Gonzales.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host and producer here in the studio with Lee Gonzales. Lee, how's it going?
Everything's going great. How are you today?
I'm great. Now, I know you've built an impressive following over the years, and your show's momentum is undeniable, but some of your listeners might not know the full story yet. How about we start from the beginning? Could you tell us a bit about your company and what you do?
Absolutely. La Finca is a company that's been in process for much longer than most people know. This has been a journey about 15 years. It took a 10-year journey into Mexico, where this passion and knowledge about coffee and Mexican cuisine really became a part of something we enjoyed. One of our main objectives was, as we came back to Frisco, is how do we share that with our local community?
Okay. When you're not busy running your business, what do you do for fun?
So when I'm not running the business, you would think I'd try to do things away from business, but I still enjoy coffee. It's something that I enjoy a lot. I have a lot of connections. One of the things I love doing more than anything else is traveling to other countries, getting to experience coffee and the countries where it's produced and grown. The second thing that's completely different from work is I love to do carpentry. For me, it uses a different part of the brain, be able to be creative and take a piece of wood, take something natural and make something of it that can be used and enjoyed. Visually also it creates an atmosphere and a feel to it. So those are a couple of things that I just really enjoy with my free time.
Awesome. Those are some pretty interesting hobbies. Which is your favorite?
I don't get to travel as much as I would like to other countries. When I do get to, it's a great time out in the middle of a mountain somewhere in a remote area, experiencing what that feels like. There's not any noise from cars, the city, and be in the middle of a mountain with trees and in a jungle. And you can't beat that, right? That's an experience. I would say if you ever get to do it, take advantage of it. It's just a great experience, no matter if you drink coffee or not. When it comes to the carpentry, it's something I can do with my free time. This whole idea of creating something out of just a basic item and making it something that just is useful or just can bring the beauty out of it. I struggle deciding between the two. They're very different, but I think they're both just as enjoyable.
What's your favorite type of coffee?
I've gotten to learn is to enjoy all coffees. One of the things a lot of people don't realize, those people in this industry get to experience and know, but how different coffee is. Everybody say they think coffee is a flavor, and coffee has many, but most of the time we've gotten used to the bitter type flavor. When you start experiencing the range of flavors, I think the wine industry has done a great job of just how many different, a white versus a red versus all these different types of wines. On the coffee industry, people don't realize that there are so many flavors that when you can enjoy fruit flavor in your coffee, if that becomes a red fruit, if it becomes a citric fruit, or if it becomes something tropical, to all the way to the spectrums of things that are very floral to things that are very blueberry-ish. Then you get to the other side of where you get nuts and chocolates and dark chocolate and milk chocolate, and you get caramel and you get all these things. You realize the spectrum of what's available there. It gets you down this rabbit hole where you realize there's way more to it than you realize, and it becomes something that can get you addicted to experimenting and tasting different things. And we haven't even touched on experimental processes that bring just another whole aspect to the coffee experience. I think that's one of the misconceptions that's fun about it, is learning and experiencing all there is and the variety there is to it. And that's not even including the stories behind the people that are behind the product. It just brings another depth to it.
Wow. Lee, you're a very busy person, and I can tell you really love coffee. In your own words, why are you doing this?
We started out when we were in Mexico. We had a storefront in a building that we were renting on the main boulevard. With that storefront, we would get a lot of people asking, will you rent this out? And I wasn't really looking into being a landlord. So I started thinking one of the things missing is a place where you could get together and just enjoy, if friends, family, significant others or just have a business meeting. Before we knew it, we realized that how we were able to bring a group of people together to form that community. We were in the Pacific coast of Mexico, a lot of expats that were there from both Canada, US, and then even some other parts of the world, along with the local Mexican people. We created a spot where people of all different backgrounds could come together in one place. That was exciting to us to see that. When we moved back to Frisco, we wanted to bring that kind of place where we were living here. The interesting fact behind this is the building we're in right now was a gelato ice cream place, a gathering point for this community. It was eventually sold. We had the ability to bring back one of those places to this city community, a gathering place for many years here. Our goal is to bring another place just like the gelato ice cream place where people can have real connections and to have a genuine coffee experience and really understand and get to know what coffee really is. Authentic Mexican cuisine that we experienced as we lived in Mexico and traveled all of Mexico. Bring it back and share it with this community. What better thing to do is have people gather around food, gather around drinks, and create that place unique to them.
Wow. Love it, Lee. We'll catch you in the next episode where we'll dive into some frequently asked questions. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and we look forward to this next episode. In the meantime, we look forward to seeing everyone that listens to the podcast. Hopefully you get a chance to visit us soon.
Thanks for tuning in to the La Finca Coffee and Bakery podcast, where coffee beans and relationships are always on the brew. Visit us online at lafincacoffeebakery.com. That's lafincacoffeebakery.com. Or drop by our Frisco or Prosper locations for a nurturing cup of goodness.